Hey guys, whoa, that was weird.
Whoa.
Welcome back. My screen like reset or something. Huh. Same two announcements as yesterday. Number one, I'm thinking this will be a short stream. I'll try to make it about 2 hours. Ideally, I'd be off at 8, but I'm a, I'm a little later starting than I would have liked, even though I'm still starting early. So if I stopped at 8, it'd be just over an hour and a half. That's not a great stream. So I'll at 8 o'clock we'll see where we are, and then I'll decide to get off or go for 20 more minutes, make it a 2 hour stream or what the case will be. Of course, I said that yesterday, and we ended up being just shy of a full stream. So take that with a grain of salt, I guess. And the second announcement is next week is Christmas, and I've got that week and the week after that off. So my next 2 weeks of stream scheduling is going to be whacked. I am like 90% sure I'm going to miss next Monday. And then since I got the days off, I'm kind of thinking that maybe instead of doing streaming my normal time, I'll maybe stream earlier in the day and maybe do like an 8 hour stream. I don't know if I'll do that like all the time or just, some of the time or none or whatever. So yeah, the next 2 weeks is going to be wacky in terms of schedule. I did forget to say this at the end of last stream because I want to say this at the beginning of the streams, at the end of the streams for this week. Although it did take me about 10 or 15 minutes after the stream to realize that I forgot. So I'll try to remember to give the spiel again at the end of the stream, just in case those who are watching at the time missed the start of the stream. But yeah, those are the announcements. Let's continue. Last time we got some answers. Watch the VOD because there was a lot of names and stuff thrown around and I don't remember them. A lot of details. I think the big thing was the governor was the Akarawa's son who was handicapped. And he ordered the killing of the Soapland guy, no something or another. Then we rescued Zhang. And I think that was about it, story-wise. We did some side quests and stuff, but other than that... Oh yeah, we are doing bar chats. Then I gotta load up Namba on defense items. And then we can do some side quests and stuff.
Yo, Jungi Han. If you're here drinking by yourself, I might as well join you.
Is that so? Well, I have no reason to tell you no. Do as you like. By the way, Kasuga-san, there's something I should tell you.
What's up?
I was contacted by someone in the Komijuru. I've been told a group of people have been looking into me as of late. They seem to have learned that Jungi Han is somewhere in Ijincho.
No fooling. What's that all about?
Oh, okay. Sorry, as I paused it to kind of go out of the program, but then the program fixed itself, so... Sorry, paused it for no reason.
Well, we don't have much to go on at the moment. Nonetheless, we verified suspicious activity in my wake. That said, if they come seeking hostility, you and the others may be dragged into it along with me.
You know I don't mind getting dragged into your bullshit. We're tight.
That's precisely why I don't want to trouble you.
Don't be stupid. What's a friend for if you can't cause him some trouble every now and then? I welcome it with open arms, in fact. I can handle whatever shady shit you can throw at me.
Such enthusiasm.
I was expecting confidence, but okay, passion up. Wait, we need to be Oh, okay. So we gotta go talk to workshop lady because she needed passion 7.
Can't say I'm not amused.
So, any guess as to who these guys might be?
I can't be 100% certain, but it's highly likely that they're remnants of the Jingon Mafia.
Jingon Mafia? Then they're basically old allies, right?
It's hard to say. To them, I'm just cannon fodder, impersonating their dead boss. Perhaps they see that as unforgivable, in which case their goal would be to punish me.
Punish?
It's possible they'd go so far as to kill me.
Then couldn't we just avoid all this shit by saying you're not Jungi Han anymore?
Maybe so.
It's gotta be weird being another person forever. It's probably best to just be yourself, right? If I were you, I'd try to get my old name and face back.
A name is one thing. A face, however,
Yeah.
it's not something you can change time and time again. Moreover, I'm still waiting for more information on my pursuers. We shouldn't need to take action just yet.
Well, it's your call, so I'm good with that. But won't it be a drag if you get caught with your pants down and you're left wishing you would have been ready?
Right. I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Man, you're always playing it so fucking cool. Would it kill you to listen to someone else for once?
I'd ask that you refrain from praise. You'll only embarrass me.
It wasn't a damn compliment.
Level 2. Zhou Jinghan can now change to the enforcer job. I wonder what Chairman Hashinino has to tell us. You weren't at the bar. You were at the table. Continuity
You
error.
drinking, Namba?
Oh, Ichiban. I'm glad you're here. We need to talk.
We do? Is it something serious?
Look, I need to tell you I'm sorry. For lying.
You mean about chasing the counterfeit bill?
Yeah. Think you can forgive me?
Come on, you know we're past that. What's important is your brother got released. All's well that ends well, right? That said, maybe now's a good time to tell me if there's any other holes in your story. You really were a nurse at some point, right?
Well, of course I was a nurse. How else could I have brought you back from the brink of death?
Good point. Then, what about the part where you sold hospital meds? Didn't you say that's how you got your nursing license revoked?
Well, that's the short version, but it's more complicated, actually.
What do you mean?
You'll be the first person I've ever told this to, so I hope you plan on sitting for a while.
Yeah, man, I'm all ears.
I was like, we need another drink.
Back in elementary school, I read about Florence Nightingale. That's when I knew I was meant to be a nurse. Helping the sick, people being grateful for it.
Kindergarten?
It's all I ever wanted in life. But when I finally put on my scrubs, it was different. Endless late shifts, difficult patients, never a word of thanks. Eventually, I just stopped caring. Little by little, I started cutting corners any way I could. I'd pretend not to hear the intercom, and instead, I'd go doze off somewhere. By the time I hit 40, I had no idea why I ever went into the field. But then one day, this new girl named Mizue showed up. And in her introduction, she brought up who else but Nightingale.
Just like you, huh?
We had the same role model, but she still had her spirit. She would rush toward every patient in the ward. Never missed a beat. On top of that, she always had the sweetest smile.
So, you had a thing for her.
Are you kidding me? She was 23 and a looker. And I was just a middle-aged loser.
You can still be a player.
So what? You totally look younger than you are.
You think so?
For sure. If you told me you were in your 20s or hell, your teens, I'd believe it.
God damn it, Ichiban.
Sorry.
That was a good one, though. You got me.
Anyway, back to Mizue-chan. What happened?
No, that's right. Whenever I saw her working, I could feel my old self coming back. That young version of me, who used to give it his all.
Well, that's a good sign.
If only I had half her stamina and wasn't twice her age. Anyway, one night I was a little sleepier than usual, so I went out to the back lawn, thinking maybe I could sneak in a nap. And suddenly, I heard a noise from behind. I turned around to find the storeroom we keep the medicine in wide open, and Mizue-chan was walking out alone.
Was she restocking? I mean, if you were slacking off, she was probably having to bust her ass.
Well, that's the thing. In our hospital, only the pharmacists have access to the storeroom. Mizue-chan and I were just nurses. We didn't even need to go in there.
Then what was she doing?
Well, at the time, there was a rumor floating around the hospital.
Uh-oh.
Medicine would keep disappearing. The list never matched the inventory.
Oh, he took the
According
fall.
to the rumors, someone was swiping medicine and selling it. Illegally.
No way. And that was Mizue-chan?
It was. As my eyes adjusted, I could clearly see her arms were full of medicine boxes.
But why would she need to sell medicine?
From what I heard, her parents were under a mountain of debt. So, to lighten some of their load, Mizue-chan was paying everything she could. But a single nurse's salary wouldn't get them out of the hole. No way.
So she was stealing the meds to do it?
Yep. And I was the sole eyewitness. Thing is, Mizue-chan never noticed me there. Now, if it was you, Ichiban, what would you have done?
Well, calling her out on it would seem to be the right thing to do. But I guess she wasn't stealing it just to be a criminal, huh?
Not in the slightest. She was only doing it for her family. I mean, yeah, she was breaking the law. But she wasn't trying to hurt anyone.
Plus, getting caught would cost her her job. Then the debt would only have gotten worse. With all that in mind, I'd say it's a pretty tough call to make.
Huh. Now you're on the same page I was. Anyway, in the end, all I could do was watch her walk away without saying a word. If there ever was a criminal who deserved a free pass, it was Mizue-chan. That was what I thought at the time. So I turned a blind eye.
And what happened after that?
It wasn't long before Mizue-chan's actions caught up with her. The hospital director decided to get the police involved and started gathering evidence.
He waited that long to take action?
Well, he was trying to resolve it internally, being that the hospital's reputation was at stake. I guess he got sick of having a thief under his nose, so he escalated it to the next logical step.
But if the cops caught Mizue-chan stealing, that'd be bad news.
She'd have a police record, and her name in all the papers. To be honest, it was only a matter of time. She had her whole life ahead of her. How could that happen to someone so young? And on the other hand, you've got me. A guy who totally burned out. A guy who couldn't be further from Florence Nightingale. Better a saint like Mizue-chan stay at the hospital than a sack of shit like me, wouldn't you say?
Namba, are you telling me you...
Yeah. I went up and confessed to the whole thing. Stealing, selling, and all.
And that's how you lost your nursing license?
Yep. No, and I got fired too. Naturally.
Man, you went all out for that girl. Did she ever contact you after that? Even a call or a letter?
Not that I'm aware. In a matter of hours, I was out of a job and out on the streets.
You regret any of it?
Well, my brother disappeared not long after, so even if I didn't get canned, I would have quit on my own anyway. So, no, to answer your question. Though I do have to admit, I would like to see Mizue-chan off when she goes overseas.
She's going overseas?
Yeah. She always dreamed of running off to some developing country where they really need medical professionals.
She took that Nightingale shit seriously.
Our hospital had an international dispatch program, available to staff nurses with at least 3 years tenure. This year would be Mizue-chan's third, and I know she would take advantage of it.
Well, in that case, why not go say farewell?
If only I could. For starters, I don't even know when she leaves.
Maybe if you ask one of your old nurse buddies, they'll tell you.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm the little rat who stole the medicine, if you forgot that detail. They want nothing to do with me.
Well, hello, boys. Don't worry, the life of the party's here. Care to bring me up to speed?
Oh, Sachan. Wait, are you drunk?
I think you're drunk. Now, fill me in, if you please.
Oh, Nama here was going off on one of his hobo horror stories again.
Hobo horror stories?
Well, no house means no toilet, right? Care to guess what he had to do when he had the shits?
Yeah, I'd rather not. And here I was, thinking I'd get actual substance out of two grown men instead of literal crap.
Thanks for covering for me.
I got you, man.
I don't mind if we let Sayako know at some point, but preferably not when she's plastered.
Yeah, no kidding.
That was pretty good. I like that. Huzzah! Naba can now change to the fortune teller job. Okay, so we need a bunch of fights for bonding experience. We gotta go... Something down here. Oh yeah, we gotta turn in a quest. Oh, there was something down here I was thinking. I was thinking we'd have to go down here and then possibly go up here to get something to go back down again. Oh yeah, it was the workshop. We got Passion 7, so we can talk to her. Because reasons?
Show me what you got.
Well,
Yeah. Scared?
watch me.
You're in it now. Get alive. Okay. The enemy is defeated. So itchy. Mission apparent.
Well,
Take it.
Ran right through everyone, huh?
Yeah. That's better. Let's go. Get serious. That's how you do it.
Oh, we could get soup while we're at it.
do this. Watch me.
Oh yeah? Okay. That stuff. Yeah.
Good times.
Huzzah! Kasuga-san, cooked up anything good lately? Let me tell you what I've got cooking. A business proposal that's too hot to handle. Interested? I'll send you the doc so you can see for yourself how genius it is. You're gonna go crazy for this idea, I swear. And let's see.
I'm getting kind of hungry. Let's stop by a convenience store or something.
Oh, I could go for some chips right about now.
I too enjoy potato chips every so often.
Yeah, I love the seaweed and salt flavor.
Nah, a refined mango's just lightly salted, nothing more.
You do yourself a disservice. The best flavor is consomme.
Looks like we're split. What's your favorite flavor, Adachi-san?
Actually, my stomach can't really handle chips these days, so as long as it's not too many, I'll take pretty much anything. I mean, I used to be able to down a whole bag like it was nothing.
Sucks.
Why don't we each just get our favorite?
Indeed. We should enjoy them while we still can.
Hey, don't get all mopey on me. I can still eat them.
Just don't overdo it. I'll make you some steamed potatoes sometime.
I mean, not the same, but I'd give it a shot. Ooh, okay, that's a bunch of people.
Show me what you got.
Well,
You're in it now. Cool. Fight.
you're in for it now.
Yeah. You wanna go? That's better. I got this.
Eyes on me.
Blow stopper?
I'm shaken to my core.
Get alive. You're in it.
What a farce.
Okay.
Good luck next time.
Pork soup, baby!
I'll show you how it's done. Watch me.
Let's go. Cool.
Don't get cocky.
That's better. Yeah.
You're in for it now.
Let's go.
Weak.
Too soon.
Well, good times.
Not having much luck with these. Oh, there's an item thing up there. I really want to go that far out of my way? Nah.
Watch me.
Okay. Cool. Get serious. I got this. I'm up. Well. Shot. Yeah. That's better. You want to fight? Yeah.
Hit him in the back. You never see that coming.
Come on.
Watch me.
That was a lot of damage.
Let's go. Let's go. The enemy is defeated. So itchy. It's killing me.
Hmm? Hmm? Hmm?
Lame. Chat. Sumiri-chan, can we talk for a sec?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You're still into the bonsai thing, right?
Yep.
Of course. I could fill a room with them. Maybe I should give her more bonsai. Imagine how happy she'd be if I gave her 5 at once. I wanted to give her 5 bonsai this time, but I don't have enough. Either I get the barkeep to make it, or I look for a shop that sells it. Come back and see me sometime soon, okay? Still don't have any KO attack 0. Okay, possibly that one. Flowers to go, probably. Yeah. Alright, we'll get the 5 bonsai and do the side story while we're up there. If I can't be the boss, I at least want to smell like him. Wish I had some twist fragrance. Right. Still don't really know what that is.
Mission apparent. Well. Get serious. Okay.
Eyes on me.
Cool. I'm up. You're weak.
Watch me.
Next time.
If only I could be reborn as a hot stud. You know what I'd do? I'd waltz into this club right here and get all the ladies. Hey, where are you? You're supposed to be in front of the Fukyutake Bank ATM. Oh yeah, I should be keeping an eye out for
Well.
cash in.
Don't get cocky.
I don't know. The part-time hero collection thing.
Bring it on.
I can't think of the word. My brain no work like.
You're in for it.
Let's go.
Good times.
Grandma's cookies. Can buy stuff here. I don't know if it's any good though. Better knuckles. Alright. Better magic, healing, and attack. Yeah, okay. Alright, well, it's a good thing we kind of just checked in there, I guess. Two tomatoes? Hey, how dare you run away from me?
Watch me.
Okay.
I'm up.
Let's do it.
Well. Too easy, I'm afraid.
That was a weird GPS change there. Kind of feel like it went, oh, you wish to fight? Go this way.
Watch me.
You're in
Take
it
your
now.
best shot.
Get serious.
Yeah. Check this out.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You're in for it now.
You're weak. Let's go.
That was not as big of an area as I was hoping.
Bring it on.
You're in it now. Get serious.
Don't get cocky.
That's better.
Watch me.
I got this.
I'm up.
You're in.
Wait for next time.
I'll show you how it's done. Well,
Let's go.
Fight live. Yeah.
나메루나요?
eyes on
Yeah.
I got this.
Have fun with this. Watch this. Let's go. Get serious.
You're in for it now.
Let's go. Let's go.
Eyes on me.
You wanna fight?
Watch me.
You're in it now.
Get alive.
Bring it on.
Okay.
Well,
I'm up.
eyes on me.
Ow!
Watch me.
Too fast.
Good times.
I don't want to squeeze between them because I think the hit detection is gonna be wacky again.
Well,
I got this.
Yeah.
you're in better.
Take your best.
Nice.
You're weak.
Oh, and his head just got ran over.
Bring it on.
That was a lot of damage.
Get serious.
Watch me.
What do I do? Have fun with this.
You're in for it.
Get alive.
Well,
You wanna fight?
I really damaged an enemy with grappling their neck. I don't think we've seen this.
I'm up.
eyes on me.
Get
I got this.
Watch me.
Good dodge.
next time.
Oh, right. We need to go down here to get here. I forgot. Okay, we'll take a taxi. Oh, God. You just ran me over. Give me some time to get up, man.
Show you how it's done. Well,
You wanna fight? Alive.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm up! Don't get cocky.
Stab him an X.
Watch me.
Come on. Okay. That's better.
And we got it back. I'm so lost. I think we just need a helmet, don't we? Oh, we have? Oh, we already got his... He's already geared up? Well then. Son of a bitch. Okay, let's see. We took that taxi, but should we take that one? Yeah, I think we'll take this one to check the planter. Then we can check for bugs in the field. Come on. Holy moly. Why does it feel like we're running so slow?
I feel sharp as a knife.
That's good, because you use brass knuckles. I would fight you, but it's going to be a total pain in the butt if we fight here. Seriously, why does it feel like we're running through water or something? When I grow up, I'm going to be a pro gamer. I'll sign up for next year's Inner Fighter tournament. Unleash some major ponage and... Oh wait, I need to ask my mom first. Scorpion. Where? What? Where did it go?
Ready for anything.
Beehive? And of course the group is gone. Yeah, that's a lot of money.
ありがとうございました。
I'll show you how it's done. Well,
Let's go!
Get alive!
Weak. Okay. I got this.
eyes on me.
Have fun with this.
It's only going to hit the one guy.
Bring it on.
You're in it now.
Get serious.
Hey!
I'm shaken to my core.
Hey! Hey!
Let's go.
That was a lot of MP.
That's better.
Oh yeah?
Refreshing. Watch me.
You're weak. Yeah. You wanna go?
Let's go!
Yeah.
Well, watch me.
Hollow follower?
Cool.
Oh, I'm out of water.
I'm up.
Still alive. Or not. Combat is so fast.
Yeah.
Wow. Alright. Wouldn't really be able to block a lot of those things. Okay, so we got bonsai, so let's do the side quest here. After we go bug collecting again. Dragonfly. Yeah, let's save it. That was a lot of bugs. Step right up and see it for yourself. Come on in. Grand Animal Circus. Didn't know the circus was in town.
Wow.
Looks like it's right here in Hanamata Park. I should check it out when I have time. Okay then. Way back there. Bugs? More bugs? Excellent. Butterfly? Oh yeah, where's the closest turn-in point? Way down here. Yeah. Keep forgetting about that. I go up on stage? Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna save it, because last time we saw an animal in a cage, it didn't really go well.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Grand Animal Circus. We're here today at Hamakita Park to bring you a day of excitement and fun. And don't forget to take some time to meet and greet our animals, the stars of the show. They're all very well behaved, so don't miss this chance to make some new friends.
Meet and greet with the animals, huh?
This here is Catherine-chan the bear. Go on, step right up and shake her paw.
I'll
You can even
pass.
get your picture taken with her. What do you say?
I'll pass.
Shaking hands with a bear? You sure that's safe?
Not to worry. Catherine-chan has gone through special training, so she's actually quite friendly with people. Not only is she an acrobatic wonder, she knows how to please her fans. She was a real good girl during the move here. I've raised her since she was a cub, and I can assure you she is most gentle. She listens to me no matter what. You might say we're kindred spirits, she and I.
Really?
Please, I'm talking to our guest here. Now, where were we? Oh, right. Catherine-chan. Yes, indeed. You should definitely take the chance to meet her and see our show.
So does this Catherine-chan ever go outside?
No, she may be tame, but she never goes outside. Doing so would give her far too much excitement, so everything stays within her cage. And don't you worry, her cage is locked up good and tight. That's right. Why, this lock here... Wait, this is the lock to Catherine-chan's cage. Ah! Catherine-chan's gotten loose! Catherine-chan, be a good girl and return to your cage.
She listens to me no matter what. What a load of crap.
You, please, help me get Catherine-chan back in her cage.
Huh? Me? You're out of your damn mind. You've known her since she was a cub, right? You do it.
No, no way. I was foolish to think man could form any kind of bond with a beast like her.
Shit, this dude's totally lost it.
You'll have to hold her down. I promise to pay you back. We can't have her reach the city.
Yeah, I get that, but... Damn. This is gonna be interesting.
Do you not have a tranquilizer gun, dude?
Watch me.
Okay, we will totally hold her down so that you can tranquilize her. Where's my guns?
Oh yeah?
Prepare to suffer.
Cool.
The bear is weak against bullets. Good to know.
Come on now. We're gonna win this shit. No begging for mercy now. Take your best shot.
Aw, we can't blind her with pepper?
Let's go. Watch this. I got this. Feeling good.
I don't think she liked it.
Eyes on me.
I had no time to react to that.
Let's get it done. Don't get cocky. Now we're talking. You're in it now. Fun with this. Oh yeah? Oh, that reeks.
I'll show you a fight.
Let's do it. All right, let's do it. I got this. You're in it now. Take your best shot. Take this. We are
Oh, I missed the second one.
No begging for mercy now.
And he's not bleeding.
Watch this. Have fun with this. Ass kicking time. You wanna go?
You're in for it now.
Feeling good.
Well,
I got this.
Just ream on the button. Hope we get the timing right.
Don't get cocky. Watch this. You're in it
you're in
now.
for it now.
Yeah.
Oh, too soon.
Watch me.
Get alive.
Too easy, I'm afraid.
Oh, that was a lot of money.
You should hurry back to your cage, Catherine.
Amazing! Catherine Chan went back to her cage all on her own.
Meet and greet my ass.
Thank you very much. I must say, I'm amazed Catherine Chan listened to someone other than me.
You know, I don't think she was listening to you much in the first place.
Yeah.
Either way, we can now carry on with the show. This is a small token of my appreciation. Please, take it.
Chief's towel.
I just realized I hadn't formally introduced myself. My name is Yasuda, and I'm the ringmaster here at the Grand Animals Circus.
I'm Kasuga. So you're the ringmaster, huh?
Yes, though there's not much to be ringmaster over with such a small staff. We travel all over the country with our amazing animals.
All over the country?
Indeed, circuses typically hold their shows in big cities. But there are many children outside these cities who cannot attend. So we hold our shows as we travel from place to place. I was one of those children once. The first time I was taken to see the circus, I was overjoyed. I want to share that same joy with as many children as possible. Honestly, we're struggling to stay in business. But in spite of this, I aim to do nothing but my absolute best.
I got you. I hope it all works out.
Oh, Kasuga-san, our next show is about to start soon. Care to marvel at all that Catherine Chan can do? It's sure to be quite a show.
Pass.
No, I think I'm marveled out for the day. Wouldn't want to cause another scene.
I understand. Well, please stop by any time. There will be other animals besides Catherine Chan in our upcoming shows.
Yeah? They ain't gonna escape, are they?
Don't worry, they're incredibly obedient.
I'll take your word for it. All right, think I'll head out then. Keep an eye on those friends of yours, yeah?
I will. Thank you again, Kasuga-san.
Damn. Hell of a day. That ringmaster said they'll be holding more shows here. I should probably check them out next time I'm around.
Oh god, are we gonna be fighting like a bunch of different animals? Okay, well let's go away and see if it comes up.
Stand a chance.
Well,
Take your best shot. Yeah. That's right. Next time.
Oh, I guess it's maybe over time. Where's the bond at? Naba's still got a bit of ways to go. You're not so bad. You've got, I think 20 is the max, so 30 more. XP, so 6 more fights. Maybe we'll start heading to the bar and get ready to do his... Okay, it's back. The game must be loading something in the background. We run so slow. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all. It is the Grand Animal Circus. We're doing a meet and greet today. Come say hello to our animals. They'd love to meet you.
Hmm?
The Grand Animal Circus is at it again, huh? Still can't believe I had to waggle that bear. Another show with another animal. Okay, I'll bite. I should check in.
I feel sharp.
Yeah. This is gonna be a thing.
Hey, still at it, huh?
Oh, Kasuga-san, let me just thank you again for last time. Everybody loved Catherine-chan's show.
Did they? Sounds like it all worked out then. Who's the star today? Don't tell me it's the bear.
Oh no, as you can see, today we've got Charlotte-chan ready to go. Charlotte-chan the tiger.
Wow, that's a pretty sweet looking tiger.
Isn't she? Her fur is perfectly soft to the touch, too. Why don't you introduce yourself? Just stretch your hand out and she'll give you a shake. It's so cute. Oh, and there's nothing to worry about. She wouldn't hurt a fly. I've handled her training personally, ever since she was a cub. I have nothing but confidence in her.
Sounds like we'll get along just fine then.
What?
Hmm? Oh, hey, little guy. Are you hungry? Well, today's your lucky day. So happens I have some food on hand for just the occasion. Here you go. Eat up.
You two are practically old friends.
You think so? Well, when you've looked after animals as long as I have, this kind of thing becomes second nature. I dare say talking to animals is easier than learning a second language. Hmm? You want some more? Now, you've had enough to eat already. You can have more tomorrow. You might think it's strange, but everything from stray cats to birds seem to be drawn to me. I don't know what you'd call that, but it feels like I must have some kind of animal aura.
Uh-huh. And, that goes for Charlotte-chan too, right?
Most definitely. She's wild by nature, but I think she's really drawn to me.
Even if it means climbing out of her cage?
Of course not. I never let her outside. She's a curious sort, but the outside world would be much too stimulating for her, so she usually lives in her enclosure. Hey now, I said no more food for today. You'll get more tomorrow. Yeah! Charlotte-chan's out of her cage! Charlotte-chan, be a good girl and get back in your cage.
Hey, I thought you said you two understood each other. She seems pretty pissed off to me.
Kasuga-san, please, help me get Charlotte-chan back in her cage.
This shit again? That's a freaking tiger! What happened to all that second nature crap? Now'd be a pretty damn good time to use it!
I may have over-exaggerated a bit. Frankly, I have a hard enough time talking to people. I mean, what do you take me for, some modern-day king of the jungle?
I'm starting to think you're some kind of modern-day idiot, Yasuna-san!
You'll have to prove you're superior to her, just like you did the bear. I promise I'll pay. Do you know how much trouble we'd be in if she reached the city?
Sure, but still... Damn it! As if the bear wasn't enough.
Do your worst. Watch me.
Oh, that was not a lot of damage.
Oh yeah? Check this out.
Bring
Let's
it
give 'em
on.
hell. Now we're talking. Get alive. Come on. Have fun with this.
Eyes on me.
Oh, that reeks.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, extra attack and lower defense. Should be doing a lot of damage.
I'll show you a fight.
Let's do it. Ass kicking time.
Not a whole lot of extra damage.
No begging for mercy now. Watch this. You're in it now.
Feeling good.
Eyes on me. I'll show you a fight.
Get cocky. Now we're talking. Come on. Have fun with this. Watch this. Oh yeah? Let's get it done.
Bring it on.
Let's do it.
Gotta do something about this.
Well,
Take your best shot.
Ah, I missed the second one.
You're in for it now.
have fun with this. A little first aid.
My thanks.
Ass kicking time. Wanna fight?
Watch me.
Oh yeah?
Pain in the ass.
Yeah. Watch this. I got you. Thanks, yo. Yeah.
Take your best shot. Gotta
I
do
got
something
this.
about this.
You're weak.
Watch me.
Adachi is still bleeding out.
Let's go. Okay. Get alive. Have fun with this.
Bring it on.
I got this. Oh, that reeks. Cool. Well. Yeah.
Pain in the ass.
Let's go. Yeah.
Eyes on me.
That's better. Yeah.
Man, these animals are tough.
Gotta do something about this.
Okay. Watch this.
Eyes
Little
on
first
me.
aid. Hey, I got this. Yeah. The enemy is defeated.
Not bad, not bad.
All right, Charlotte-chan. Back to your cage now.
Amazing. Charlotte-chan recognizes you as the alpha tiger, I think. She's usually pretty shy around other people, so she doesn't attach herself to anyone else but me. This is amazing, Kasuga-san.
Well, she didn't seem all that attached to you a little bit ago.
Either way, I'm glad we didn't cause a scene. This is to show my appreciation. Please, take it.
Can you keep it and maybe get better locks? Medal of Honor? What?
Look, this better be the last time anything escapes from your little zoo.
Don't worry. I'll be keeping a close eye on the cages from now on.
Yeah, that'd be wise.
By the way, Charlotte-chan's show will be starting very soon. Would you like to stay and watch? I can get you a seat.
No, I think I'm good. Nothing's gonna compare to going toe-to-toe with the tiger for a while.
Understandably so. Well, feel free to stop by anytime. We'll have a new animal joining our menagerie in the near future.
I'm gonna ask just to be safe, but this one won't be escaping anytime soon, will it?
Oh, rest assured, this one is the wisest of them all, so that's completely out of the question.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take off. Be more careful from now on.
Of course. Thank you once again, Kasuga-san.
You gotta be shitting me. First a bear, then a tiger. And apparently he's got a new animal joining the show. I should check it out when I'm feeling up for it.
A parrot? Is that what it's going to be? That or like an orangutan? The only two options I can think of. Side quest over here now. What? Don't really want to get into a fight with those guys because I feel like I should be needing to keep my resource. Ah, I guess we need to fight. Yeah, they're not too hard.
Watch me. Bring it on.
Yeah. Let's go.
Ow! He actually hit me.
I got this.
Much better. Yosha. Motodori da.
Eyes on me.
Good luck next
Good
time.
times.
Hmm. Nothing there yet.
Senpai, you seen that circus yet? The one over there.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw it. I went in expecting nothing, but it was actually pretty entertaining. Always wanted to see a tiger ride a ball like that.
Really?
Only thing I didn't really care for was the ringmaster. Tiger completely ignored him.
Yasuda circus troupe sounds like it's getting pretty popular. You can't really say the same for Yasuda, though.
Well, it was the same with the bear. I want to see it at least one more time before they close up.
I'm going on break.
Heh.
For the 1000th time, new guy, shut off the equipment before leaving the premises.
It's fine, I'll be right back. Not like we get much break time anyway.
It's the ringmaster.
New guy needs to learn some manners.
Well, no surprise there. What do you say we go on break too? I'm starving.
Same. Yeah, let's go get some katsudan.
So the circus is ending soon, huh? Maybe I should stop by.
Chimp calamity. Yeah, okay. Kind of figured.
Ready when you are.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Not New Year's yet. Oh, too soon. Okay, how horribly wrong is this gonna go? Oh, there's a shiny thing over there. Oh, that's a light. Never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all. It's the Grand Animal Circus. We won't be at this location much longer, so we hope you'll enjoy the show till the end. Oh, Kasuga-san, you came.
Yeah.
Yeah, business is really booming, huh?
ありがとうございます.
Yes, thank you. I've never seen so many guests before.
Hmm?
Really? We're a relatively small circus troupe, so it stands to reason that our shows are on the smaller side as well. All these guests are here today because they heard about your breathtaking battle with our Kathleen-chan.
Yo.
Man, that wasn't a show. That was me risking my life to get the damn thing back in its cage. I know, but you can't say this crowd wasn't worth it. Worth it for you, maybe. Also, isn't your circus supposed to be moving on? You guys got another town to visit, yeah?
Hi.
Yes, that's the plan. It's too bad, seeing as we're so popular here. There's so many people waiting for us nationwide. Circus life's a lot harder than it looks. And that's why we want to give our very best wherever we go. I hope you enjoy your time here today, Kasuga-san. Today's show will feature our chimpanzee, Clara-chan.
Hmm?
Chimpanzee? What a relief. After the bear and the tiger, I half expected the next animal to be even bigger. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Kasuga-san, you should know to never underestimate a chimpanzee. Clara-chan is very smart, and this upcoming show is sure to prove both her intelligence and wit. Her memory is quite exceptional as well. She can memorize almost anything with just one look. This is especially true for simple, repeated hand gestures. Hand patterns.
Wow.
Huh. Talented chimp. But if she's really that smart, couldn't she steal the key and try making a run for it? I don't want to be in any more trouble. I don't want any more trouble. You needn't worry. I've learned my lesson and changed the locks to those that require a combination. Thanks to them, I won't need to worry about losing our stolen keys. Well, I guess that's a step in the right direction. Now then, come say hello to Clara-chan. She's a cute one, I can tell you. She's quite popular amongst children, too. Mama, look! It's a monkey! It sure is. Oh, she's waving at us. Isn't that cute? See? She's quite the entertainer, is she not? That's so cool. She's really good at climbing. I want to climb like she does. Oh yes, she's good at climbing trees too.
Hmm?
Wait, climbing trees? Clara-chan's escaped!
Yo.
That's 3 for 3. Why do I feel like I'm on some kind of prank show? Damn it! You said this one would be fine.
Oh.
Perhaps she memorized the lock combination. You think? Perhaps you underestimated your chimp. Either way, we have to go after her. She went that way. I am swearing off circuses forever. Fuck.
I swear she came this way.
The hell is she?
Oh. She's going for the construction vehicle.
Clara-chan, come back!
Oh shit. Don't tell me. Clara's on the digger! Shit! This is bad! Where'd she learn to handle that thing?
Clara-chan, she must have been watching the construction workers from her cage.
Seriously?
Kasuga-san, please! This will be my final request. Please save Clara-chan! If this keeps up, we'll all be in grave danger.
Yeah, I heard you the first 2 times.
Oh, this is gonna be gnarly.
Let's go. Yeah.
Bring it on.
Would my breaths even do anything?
I got this. Have fun with this. Watch this.
You're in.
Yeah. Cool. You're weak. Come on now.
Bring it
You're gonna
on.
win this shit. You're in it. All right, let's do it.
Oh, that was a lot of damage, and we perfect blocked it too.
No begging for mercy now. Oh yeah?
Eyes on
Have
me.
fun with this. I got you. Appreciate it. Let's get it done. Feeling good. Let's go.
I'll show you a fight.
You want to fight? Take your best shot.
You're in for it now. Haha.
Ass picking time. You want to go?
That's not good.
All right, let's do it.
Bring it on.
Well. Oh yeah.
That's not good.
You're in.
Oh, I need Sachan in this party.
Yeah.
Or an orbital laser.
Hmm?
That could be useful.
You're in it now. Get serious.
Eyes on me. My turn.
Let's go. Get alive.
I don't know. Is bullets gonna do anything?
I don't miss.
Back in the game. This is the worst. You want to go?
You're in for it now.
You're in it now. Don't get
Bring
caught.
it on.
That's better. Yeah. Get serious. Get alive. Check this out. I got this.
Wanna fight?
Don't get caught.
Could be better.
Take
your best shot. Gotta do something about this. Let's go. You're in it now.
You're in for it.
Let's do it.
My turn.
Don't get cocky. Let's go. All patched up. Ass kicking time.
Watch me.
Get serious. Come on. Feeling good.
Bring it on.
Oh, are we gonna have to knock it all the way down?
Take your best shot.
I was hoping we'd only have to do like halfway.
This is the worst.
You're in for it now.
Huh? Watch this. Don't get cocky. Little first aid. Thank you. This sucks. Yeah? Get alive. Well. Pain in the ass. I got
Watch
this.
me.
Don't get cocky. You wanna fight?
Yee.
Man. Have fun with this. Oh yeah?
Eyes on me.
I got you. Thanks, yo. Gotta hold it together. Take your best shot. Get serious.
Well.
Gotta do something about
You're in for it.
This is the worst. Watch this. Have fun with this. Get caught. This sucks. Let's do it.
Bring it on. This could be better.
How does the monkey know how to do these things?
Pain in the ass. Okay. Watch this. Have fun with this.
My turn.
Cool. Get serious. Oh yeah.
Ow!
Don't
Could
get
be better.
Gotta do something about this.
You're
Yeah. Watch this. You wanna fight?
Watch me.
Let's go. Get alive. You're weak. Pain in the ass. You're in it now. Going in.
Bring it on.
Come on. Okay. Have fun with this. Your best shot. Watch this.
Eyes on me.
Cool. Don't get cocky. Well, let's do it. Let's go.
Watch me.
Again! Nice.
Too easy, I'm afraid.
Okay. It's finally stopped.
Wow.
Yasuda-san, where's Clara?
I have her. She seems rather burnt out, but at least she's safe.
Oh, good. Still, what a friggin' mess. How the hell we get out of this one?
Hey, did you see that? That was one heck of a performance.
Is this part of the circus?
Gotta be.
Perm Boy versus the almighty Digger Chimp. Oh, now that's entertainment.
Perm boy.
I was on the edge of my seat. Ooh, and how about that fire?
Not really sure what's going on here, but it looks like they think this is all part of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've enjoyed this act. Please enjoy the rest of the show as we present to you another act over on that stage.
Wow, there's a stage show too?
Think it'll be as exciting as the one we just saw?
Let's check it out.
So far, so good. All's well that ends well, I guess.
Ugh, I'm stuffed, man. Well, back to the old grind. Huh? You guy!
Thank you very much for today, Kasuga-san. Please accept this as one last token of my appreciation.
Doll of Torment? What the hell?
I really hope this is the last time. I seriously thought that chimp was gonna kill me.
Indeed. I truly can't thank you enough, Kasuga-san. Oh, and this isn't just for all the times you've helped me. It's also for showing me a whole new side of excitement from the audience. I've been doing this circus for a long time now. Animals riding balls, jumping through hoops, things that you can see at any circus, really. I wasn't able to break this circus away from what's considered old hat. Sure, there were plenty of smiles in the crowd, but was there anything more?
Best background scene for this ever.
Yasuda-san.
Next thing you know, we've got a fierce battle between man and bear, then man and tiger, and finally, man and excavator driving chimp! It was these spectacles that kept the crowd on the edge of their seats, their eyes glued to the performance. The thrill, the surprise, the excitement, the joy, all combined to form some truly immersive experiences. I want to continue providing audiences with more fantastic outings like those.
That right.
And with that, I have just one last final request.
No.
Would you do me the honor of joining our circus?
Me?
Yes, you and my precious animals would make the ultimate team. I'm confident that we could even become Japan's #1 circus.
Well,
I'll do my best to get us an excavator of our own. I'll take out a loan. Or would you prefer a dump truck?
I'll get a tank for all I care. I ain't joining the circus.
Ah, don't be like that. We could be the most famous circus in the world with a troupe like ours.
Look, I'll be real with you. No more animals!
Wait, don't go! Kasuga-san!
I'd say that's a pretty fair reaction. Clear-chan has applied to Ichiban Holdings? What? Stories of the Streets. Okay, how are we on Bondi? Yeah. Naba's getting fairly close. June is pretty much there. Think we'll probably head to the bar and get the next round of stories. But first, I need a 2-minute break to grab some more water. So I will be right back, guys. I'm back. Thanks for waiting, guys. Okay, so you can go here for the collection point. And it doesn't look like there's any more side quests or part-time hero stuff. So once we go to the bar, we can go check out the Siryu chairman guy.
What you got?
Well,
You're in it. Yeah. Take your best shot. Want to fight? Alright. Yeah. Have fun with this.
you're in for it now.
Watch this. I'm up. I got this.
Oh, I missed that. Oh, that did a lot of damage.
Watch me.
Cool.
Eyes on me.
Well,
Take your best shot. Let's go. Good gun.
Ouch.
Killing me.
Watch me.
Get alive. Okay. Have fun with
You're in
this.
for it now.
Let's go. Get serious.
Eyes on me.
Yeah, kind of thought that was going to happen. Ow, missed. Ah, ha, ow, dude.
well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You want to fight?
Next times.
Man, these guys just spawn 10 feet in front of each other.
Watch me.
I got this. Don't get caught. Okay. Watch this.
Oh, they spread out too much.
Yeah. Get serious. Let's go.
Well,
Let's go. That's better. You want to go? Yeah. You're in it now.
Okay.
Have fun with this. Little first aid. Thank you. Too hot. Take it. Hold it together. Get serious.
Watch me.
I'll show you how it's done. Well,
Let's go!
Cool. Don't get cocky. You wanna
bring it
fight?
on.
Come on now. Okay.
Huzzah!
Good luck next time. Glitchy.
Of course, when I cut the corner, I missed a fight.
Watch me.
Yeah. I'm up. The enemy is defeated.
Okay, hands maxed out. That means Naba's gonna be pretty close. Oh god, oh god, oh god!
well.
Cool. Okay, let's go.
Watch me.
I totally zoned out and forgot to block there.
Too easy, I'm afraid.
So itchy.
Do your worst.
Well.
I got this.
It's too bad he didn't blend the animation of hopping the railing into an attack. That would have been cool.
That's better. Let's go. Yeah.
Bring it on.
The enemy is defeated.
Whoa, okay. That was weird. What is with my controller?
So itchy.
30 XP away, so 6 fights. And we're going the wrong way. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me!
I'll show you how it's done. Watch me.
You're in it now. Okay.
You're in for it now.
Well.
I feel like pointing a gun and shooting at an ex-police officer is not a smart idea.
So itchy.
Oh yeah, we're gonna turn it in. Ah!
Oi! You stand a chance.
What is Bleach Japan?
Watch me.
You're in it now.
You wanna go? Yeah.
Eyes on me. That's better.
I'm up. The enemy is
Good
defeated.
times.
The encounter spawning in this is very odd.
Well,
I got this.
Take your best
Okay.
shot.
You're in.
Cool. Get serious. Let's go.
Watch me.
Good dodge.
Too easy, I'm afraid.
Businessman. Fluffy knitted cap. Oh yeah, I was gonna check out those items we were getting from the zoo. Bongo chainmail. Its name means invincible diamond, and it's resilient enough to live up to that type. More defense and more slashing resistance. Alright. Fragment of magical stone set to quell disasters. Boost health by 30. Boost MP by 15. And it increases everything else up. So this is an even better black belt. Who should use the black belt? I'm thinking you, because you're using the binding. The black belt is a better binding. This medal is heavy with meaning, bearing its sentiments on the veterans who wear it. Boost the amount of job XP that can be obtained from enemies. Oh, nice. Oh. I think we'll replace that. Oh, so that means the other items are probably class specific too then. Boost the amount of job XP that can be obtained from the enemies. Yeah, let's replace that one. You already got one. Nothing for you. That one. Okay, so reduce our mana by 80 or our healing. Go mana, because you are a healer, so we should boost your healing. We give you, replace you with a black belt. Lose 3 attack, which isn't too bad. We 3 in everything and health and MP. Sure. Okay, so still this way to the bar.
Hmm? Hmm?
Do your worst. Well,
I think we only need a couple more fights to max out Namba's bond. Or fill it up enough so that we can talk to him, I should say.
eyes on me.
Weak. I'm up.
Watch me.
My half-empty drink? Bastard. Okay, so everyone but Kasegwa and Iri are getting extra job XP.
Hmm?
$30. I think it's like 25 is what we're looking for.
Well,
We'll find out at the end of this fight. Ow. That was good targeting, computer.
Don't get cocky. Next up.
you're in for it now.
Cool. You want to fight? Come on, let's go.
He's still got bond experience.
Mission imperative.
Watch me.
You're in it now.
Naba shouldn't get any bond experience from this fight now, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The enemy is
Good
defeated.
times.
Well, we still got some. We might not be quite maxed. We'll try talking to him first, just to see. Oh, perfect. We must have just made it.
Hey, Namba. You thinking what I'm thinking?
If it's a drink you want, I can't. I have to take care of some shopping.
You? Shopping?
It's for the bartender. Yeah, he told me he'd give me an extension on my tab if I ran a couple errands for him. Pain in the ass all the same.
Man, you are getting a much better deal than he is.
Maybe so. In any case, I'll see you around.
Okay, see you in a bit.
Running around doing manual labor at my age. Where did I go wrong?
Last time we sat down for a drink, Naba said he gave up his career for Mizui-chan. He wanted to see her off, too, before she left the country. Too bad he doesn't have a clue about how to do that.
So, Namba and Mizue-chan. I assume you're hatching a plan to reunite them?
Hold on. How in the heck did you...
Eavesdropping on customers has never been my policy. But you two hardly count.
You mean you were listening in when Namba was pouring his heart out?
Not like I tried to. I just happened to be at the counter and something he said made me put two and two together.
What do you mean?
There's a bar I go to every so often. Just got themselves a new hostess. I believe her name's Futaba.
What's she got to do with Namba?
Well, as it turns out, this Futaba had been a nurse up until just recently. She was telling me about her nursing life at the hospital, and in the middle of her story, wouldn't you know it, a medicine theft turned up. She said a nurse who worked there, some guy, admitted to the theft before the cops could get involved.
What? But that could only mean...
I know. She had to have been talking about Namba. If that's true, then the two of them worked at the very same hospital. Naturally, I'd assume she would know when Mizue-chan is leaving.
Have you told Namba any of this?
No, not yet. Besides, he said it himself. He couldn't reach out to his colleagues even if he wanted to. On the other hand, I'm sure his drinking buddy could reach out on his behalf.
I get you. Man, you came strong with that one.
But listen, if you do go and meet Futaba, I wouldn't tell Namba if I were you.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to make it seem like I'm doing it behind his back.
I figured as much. So I called Futaba's bar and spoke to the mama there. She said Futaba's on her way.
She's on her way here? Wait, is that why you sent Namba shopping? Dude, how do you think that many moves ahead?
Bringing people together is what a bartender does. All I can do is facilitate. The rest is up to you.
Then I won't let this chance go to waste.
Hey. So, my boss said you wanted to see me?
You're Futaba-san?
In the flesh. Am I supposed to know you?
No, I just wanted to ask you a few things. Here, have a seat.
How long's this gonna take? I'm off today, and I was planning to hit the pachinko parlor.
Okay, I'll make it quick. And now listen, you were a nurse before, right?
Yeah, and?
One of your colleagues got fired for selling off meds. You remember who that was?
God, how would I know?
I'm sure you heard something. I'm thinking he's a friend of mine.
Look, the only thing I know about it is that the guy was some four-eyed mope.
Oh, that has to be Namba.
That name does ring a bell. Hey, hun.
No way.
Shut up!
They raised the jackpot? Babe, do not let anyone sit there. I'm on my way right now.
Before you go, tell me, do you know anyone named Mizue-chan? She worked with you at the hospital.
Who
and...
even cares? You're wasting my pachinko time.
Wait, we're not done.
Hey guys.
Namba, hey!
Worst
Back
hostess
already?
ever.
Man, you shop quick.
Yeah, well, I forgot the shopping list, so I had to come back and get it. Anyway, who was that walking out of here just now?
Say what?
I couldn't see her face or anything, but wasn't there a lady just in here?
Nah, you need better glasses, man. Nobody came in or out of here, right, bartender?
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh? Is there a reason you two are acting suspicious as hell?
Whoa, let's tone it down, buddy.
Could it be the two of you were conspiring to throw me a surprise birthday party?
Uh-huh.
You knew I had a birthday coming up, so you two must have gotten together to plan the whole thing out.
Yeah. You got us, man. Now the surprise is ruined.
See, I knew it. You always go over the top when it comes to these things. So, what kind of party we talking here? Give me a hint.
Sorry, man. Top secret.
You can't even give me a hint? Sure would cheer me up.
It might now, but wouldn't you rather save some excitement for your birthday?
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
They say hunger is the best spice, and suspense is the spice of birthdays. Totally. So how about you kick back and let me spice this birthday up?
All right, I'm convinced. I'll try to be patient.
There's a champ. Trust me, it'll be worth it.
That seemed to do the trick. I do hope... I know I hooked his birthday up a lot there, but I'll find a way to make it work. I like how that increased my intelligence. At least I confirmed Futaba and Naba did work together, but I didn't get any details on Mizui. Sooner or later, I'm going to have to...
Right. As soon as I'm back from the store, we are drinking.
I'll be here, man. Oh, and you better not pull some I forgot my wallet crap again.
Shoot. I actually did forget my wallet.
This guy.
Did not see that coming. Naba can now change to the host job. Naba can now change to the enforcer job. This might be good to give as a gift. What? Thanks, Ichiban. Thanks for saving me a spot to come back to. Tell me a funny story. Chat with Iroha.
Sup?
You have a sec? Of course. What's up? You're a fan of roses, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, there's something so romantic about them. I don't have a bouquet of roses on hand. Either I get the bartender to make it, or I look for a shop that sells it. Swing by again soon, okay? Tell a story. Oh, that's these things. That's what I was originally looking for. Okay, so we've got... about halfway through the list, and we got about half of those, so we've got... oh, it says there, 33. I was going to say about 35 to 40%. Guess Jung-ji hands on the phone. Who's he talking to?
Yes, I'm doing fine. Thank you for your concern, Song-Lee.
Guess he was on the phone with Sungi.
Yo, what'd she say?
Oh, nothing. She just asked for an update on the situation. That's all.
Yeah? Bet it feels pretty good knowing a babe like her's looking out for you.
I'm blessed to serve one such as she. The Jungi-Han I served before was quite the blessing as well.
You must mean the real Jung-ji, the one who was killed 3 years ago.
If I'm to talk about Jungi-Han, I'll need to provide some backstory.
Cool with me. I got plenty of time.
Ha! Then I hope you're prepared to sit for a while.
Sure, I'm all ears.
My father was one of the stray Qingwan Mafia I mentioned earlier. And to speak further, he was a lowly thug left behind in a foreign land. In my youth, I was relentlessly beaten by my father, in addition to being neglected by those around me. Home, school, no place provided me with even the slightest bit of sanctuary. Thinking back on it, I'm sure I was a rather dissolute child.
Well, you're not alone in feeling like you got no place to go. Plenty of people feel that way, even civilians.
Feelings of isolation are really that common, huh? Not sure if I should be comforted or not.
Sorry, didn't derail the story, did I?
The real Jungi-Han had also been raised in a poor and neglected environment like me. But rumors of his strength, intelligence, and ambition started to swirl. And as the men from my father's generation grew older, Jungi Han started gaining more and more power. In fact, it was thanks to him that the stray Jingon found any success in Kamurocho at all. While the Tojo clan was being choked by anti-violence laws, the Jingon Mafia were steadily gaining a sense of existence.
Sounds like he must have been pretty cool.
Yes. But my father, who underestimated him as some young greenhorn, failed to prove his worth and was left trying to catch up. A staunch alcoholic, he used what drunken wit he had to try to get close to the young leader. So, eventually he worked out a plan. He would mold his own son's face, set him up as a body double, and offer him as tribute.
What?
I was drugged by my father, and this was done to me while I slept.
No way. He did all that just to impress the boss?
When he was presented with a body double, even the real Jungi Han could only force a smile. But he saw what had gone into my face, and he respected the effort. So he said it was a fair offer, and took me under his wing.
And what's your father doing now?
He's long since passed away. His health was already in steady decline, and for what it's worth, I'm sure he wasn't opposed to dying at the bottom of a bottle.
That's a shame. Guess you two weren't super close then.
Jungi Han kept me at his side as much as possible so that I might learn his mannerisms. Strangely enough, it was the only place that finally felt like home. I was very much his servant, and he was very much my master. But in spite of that, we shared a lot of laughs in the long time we spent together. A lot of drinks as well. And though I was his double, it would be rude of me to say that we came to resemble twins.
So the way you're talking right now, that's something Jungi Han taught you?
The real Jungi Han had a way with words I never will. And when he walked into a room, you knew it. Try as I might, I would never reach his level.
Hearing you say all that makes me even more curious.
About what, may I ask?
How did you imitate him?
I'm pretty curious how you managed to totally imitate this guy.
Oh?
Changing your face is one thing, but to be able to be just like the guy means you're, like, a master impersonator or some shit.
Unfortunately, it's far more than impersonation. It's a lifestyle, which requires one to change on the inside as well.
Well, sorry for asking about something so stupid then.
Not at all. It's been a long time since I've laughed like this.
That increased my charisma. Interesting.
But you know, despite me saying sorry, there's still one thing I gotta ask.
And that is?
Isn't it about time you told me your real name?
Ah.
Still a no, huh?
Ha. Just a little taken aback is all. I have no problem telling you. When I was first brought into this world, I was given the name Yeonsu Kim.
Yeonsu Kim.
I have no intention of returning to that name. Not when the real Jungi Han has already passed away.
The real one took a bullet to the head, yeah?
Correct. There was conflict with a group from Hiroshima that had made its way into Tokyo. As far as I'm concerned, the Jingon Mafia died along with him. At the time, I was given the role of staring down the other hostile groups within Kamurocho as Jungi Han. But with their real boss dead, the remaining Jingon Mafia in Kamurocho were nothing but paper tigers. Should our enemies have discovered this, we would have been ousted and probably killed.
If it were me, I probably would have gotten the hell out of Kamurocho. Left everything behind.
Yes, that's precisely what I did. The few remaining members at my side did the same. But seeing as the Jingon Mafia was all I'd ever had, I had no place to go. No refuge where I might reconvene with my allies. I was lost and alone in the world, like a man dying of thirst in the desert, surrounded by a hungry pack of wolves.
Sounds like you had it rough.
I found a faint glimmer of hope in the Korean community here in Japan, but even they refused to accept me, as I was nothing but a criminal to them. Thinking on it now, I should have expected as much from those living an honest life. But still, in my confusion and dismay, I challenged them, asking why they would abandon one of their own.
I get that.
It was enough to make them call the police. And I'm sure that under normal circumstances, I would have been taken away. However...
Huh? Come on, man. Don't just leave me hanging.
The police officers were imposters, and instead of being incarcerated, I was brought to my new home, Yokohama Ijincho.
So those fake officers, were they?
Members of the Komijul, sent to retain me under the orders of Songhui. It turned out that the Komijul was a place that many former Jingon members had drifted to. Those that distanced themselves from Kamurocho slowly but surely found their way there.
Oh yeah. Songhui did mention something about the Komijul having roots in the Jingon Mafia.
Indeed. Komijul is essentially a safe haven for refugees. That's why they tend to keep quiet and remain exceedingly closed off. For many years, they spied on the Jingon Mafia in Kamurocho from a distance, keeping close watch on their movements. I was fortunately saved by the hand that the Komijul had extended to me. Moreover, Songhui told me what had happened to the real Chung Yi-han. That he had been shot in the head by an assassin hired by the Hiroshima Yakuza, taken by surprise from the shadows.
An assassin? So what'd you guys do? You kill him?
No. By the time I'd learned of his existence, he was already dead. I wasn't even given the chance for revenge. I spent many of the following days in despair. But even though I was in such a hollow state, Songhui patiently waited for my recovery. She was more like family to me than my abusive father could have ever hoped to be. A sister to replace the brother I had found in Chung Yi-han. Frankly, nothing would hurt me more than to betray her expectations and disappoint her. And Kasuga-san, as for you and me... I'm wondering what sort of boss you will be. I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do.
I don't remember ever becoming your boss. Right now, I think drinking buddy is a better term, don't you?
I see. Then I will do my best to live up to that title.
Oh, guess that's finally it for introductions. He sure is shy, that young Soo Kim.
Level up. Chung Yi-han can now change to the foreman job. This might be good to give as a gift. Make small talk. I know what Chairman Harshino has to talk. Oh yeah, he's already said that. Okay, can you make roses?
Welcome.
I'm one short.
Thanks.
Okay, so we're running over what I'd like. Overrunning time on what I'd like to end. I would have liked to have ended about 20 minutes ago. So what we'll do is we'll take the taxi, get some roses, go back here. Go to another romance workshop, give the bonsais, and then we'll go here. That's unfortunately probably going to take a little while, but that should finish off the chapter, and then we'll call it there. Which is kind of annoying because with a new chapter probably means new sub stories and stuff. This one, I think. And I don't like starting a stream with all the sub stories and stuff to do. I like to start with a story. But, oh well, I guess it is what it is. Doesn't look like there's any bugs. Who earns? Give Ira a rose bouquet. Here, why don't you take these? Gave a bouquet of roses.
Thank you so much.
What? For me? Wow, thank you so much, Kasega-san. Just wanted to say thanks for all you've done for me. Hope you don't mind if I keep stopping by. I feel a little closer to Ira-chan. I'm glad she liked it.
Nice to see you.
Talk to me for a while. Chat with her. I feel like I could get this conversation going if I was a little more enchanting. Charisma level 7.
Nice to see you.
Confidence. Charisma is still pretty low. I find it interesting that passion's my high point so far. Okay, yeah, we'll take a taxi down to the workshop. I would love to, like, run down there and get into fights and start upping the bond levels of the guys again, but I'm sleepy, and I feel like it's going to be an hour to end the chapter, so... Hey, Kasego-san. What brings you in today? Chat with Sumi. Sumi-chan, can we talk for a sec?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You're still into the bonsai thing, right?
Yep.
Of course. I could fill a room with them. Maybe I should give her more bonsai. Imagine how happy she'd be if I gave her 5 at once. Give Sumi 5 bonsai plants. These are for you, Sumi-chan. You gave 5 bonsai plants. Wow, so many. Are you sure? Aw, I love these. Bonsai are the best. You're always helping me out, so it's the least I can do. I'll drop by again soon. I feel a little closer to Sumi-chan. I'm glad she liked your gifts. Hey, Kasega-san, what brings you in today? It's probably going to be like level 10? I feel like we'd really hit it off if I showed her how volcanic my passion can be. Passion level 10. Yeah. I have 0 idea what this stuff is doing. Oh, I should probably hit a restaurant.
Watch me.
Just in case there is a fight in the end of this chapter. Wow, really?
That's better. Don't get cocky. Hey, hey!
You're in.
Yeah, definitely should stop and get some food.
Cool. Get alive.
Oh, we were in the bar. I could have just healed up there. Damn it. Didn't even think of it.
Good times.
Okay. Try to avoid the fight. You need some kind of cologne thing. Sathya Sobogi. Oh, okay, there's a 2 item thing. Absolutely tasty takoyaki and citrus lemon highball.
Who's hungry?
Me.
Delicious.
The
drinks were nice.
Nope, that's unfortunate.
Good.
Alright, let's save it just in case. Oh. Damn it. I don't want to get into a fight. Damn it! Unreal. Okay, well, we're getting into a freaking fight, I guess.
Show me what you got.
Watch me.
Let's get cocky.
Bring it on.
Alive. You're in it now.
Good block. Or dodge. Thing that avoids damage. Okay, let's... I did not realize this was his building. Alright then. Let's hopefully finish this chapter.
You may enter.
Thank you, Chairman Hoshino. Captain Takabe said it would be okay for us to talk.
I heard. And I believe I already know why you've come. You've done us a great service. I would not still be leader of this clan if it weren't for you.
Does that mean the Seiryu clan's gonna pull through?
I can't say for sure yet. About 20 to 30% of our men defected to the Omi. The ones who stayed are grumbling behind my back. And it's hard to blame them. They just found out the Ijincho standoff was all a sham.
Zhao told me he's giving up his position as the leader of the Liumang. Songhui is going to lead them.
Yes, I know.
You just know everything, huh?
Not everything. But I'll tell you what I do know. Eventually, the Seiryu clan will succumb to the Omi Alliance.
What?
For people who had nowhere to live outside the Gray Zones, the Great Wall of Muscle was their only protection. Now it's crumbling. That's a matter of life or death for them. Already rumors are flying into Jincho's political circles. Rumors that Ogikubo's lost his touch. I'm sure Aoki got those whispers going. He never lets a good crisis go to waste.
Oh, really?
Aoki knows it would destroy the party if it ever revealed their chair, Ogikubo, forged money for years. Now Aoki can easily blackmail Ogikubo and force him to step down. Aoki will become the new party chair.
I don't get it. Why does he want to take Ogikubo's place so bad?
The party chair manages elections, so in that role, Aoki could nominate anyone he wants. He'll control the ruling party. Therefore, he'll control the nation.
The whole country will be under his thumb?
Yes. Especially if I'm right about his next move. I think he's gonna try to dissolve Parliament.
That's pretty ballsy.
Dissolve Parliament? At a time like this? That's insane.
Prime Minister, I understand how you must feel, being unable to rely on Ogikubo-sensei. But honestly, I have the power to support you better than he ever could. If an election were held today, I could guarantee you 2/3 of the seats. Minimum.
Do you have a solid plan for doing that?
Yes. I'll send Bleach Japan to the districts where the Citizens' Liberal Party is weakest. Bleach Japan can influence votes anywhere. They're incredibly popular. Plus, they have my endorsement. A victory for the party would, of course, move your personal political goals forward.
Oh.
Tell me, do you think you have the power to maintain the party's stability right now? We don't want it breaking up for lack of support from Ogikubo-sensei.
You can talk that way to the house, but not to me.
Appoint me to party chair and hold an election. If you don't, I'll be forced to make public the nature of Ogikubo-sensei's crimes. That would mean the end of not only your administration, but the party itself.
But there's no precedent for someone serving as both governor and party chair. Besides, you're much too young.
If age is what you want, start digging for some old fossil who can stop me. That is, if you think you can find one. Anyone in particular come to mind?
Aoki's scheme to destroy the Great Wall worked. Now he's got Mabuchi and the Omi at his command. So much power, vested in just one man. And it had to be Masato Arakawa.
Now the young master has the whole town in the palm of his hand. Blood is being spilled, all because of an outsider interfered. How could Arakawa-san, I once knew, be a part of that?
I know you never intended to be at the center of all this. It was pure coincidence that you were there when the soap landowner died. Wouldn't you agree?
Yep. Lucky me.
But one thing I don't believe is a coincidence, is that you ended up in Ijincho.
Huh? What do you mean?
Do you still have that fake bill?
He gave it back to us? I would have thought he would have kept it.
Yeah. Didn't you say you knew how it ended up on me?
Yes. Only one person in the world could have put that bill in your pocket.
Who? Who is it?
Masumi Arakawa himself.
Arakawa-san? No, he's the one who shot me.
Yes, I'm aware he shot you. But did you ever consider that maybe he did that so you would end up here?
What?
That fake bill was his letter of introduction between you and me. It was to let me know that you were one of Masumi Arakawa's men.
Kind of a weird way to introduce us, don't you think?
I think what it means is Arakawa's goals do not align with those of Ryo Aoki.
Well, then, what are Arakawa's goals?
really can't say. But I do know that he means business. He wouldn't have used that bill if he didn't.
Chairman, how exactly do you know Arakawa-san?
Well, that's a long story. And there's a much better place than here to tell it. Heian Tower.
Heian Tower?
Yes. That's where my fate intertwined with Arakawa's. He sure seems to be partial to Peking duck.
Yeah.
Let's have it for lunch tomorrow. My treat. I'll make the reservation.
Oh, he's gonna die.
Hey.
Yo, Ichiban. Namba's been waiting for you to get your ass up. Go talk to him. Care for a drinking buddy? Haha. What a term. Morning, Ichiban. A little early for dinner, isn't it? What? So confused.
Listen.
You good to talk, Ichiban? After hearing what you said about Chairman Horosino earlier, there's something I'm curious about. Huh? Lay it down on me then, I guess. Well, remember how he said it was a chance that you came to Injinshu?
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. Well, while you were bleeding out from a gunshot wound, I was working my ass off to find the tools to treat you. I doubt you remember. Nah, you know my gratitude is deeper than the oceans for that. Well, I think the part you'll want to know is the one who told me to treat you was none other than the chief.
Hmm?
I mean, it was the middle of the night. I was asleep, of course. The chief and a few guys came to me in a panic and asked me to fix you up. But now that I think about it, why would they care? What's that supposed to mean? You don't need a motive to save a dying man, do you? The chief kind of does, I think. If you were one of us, sure, I would have done it, no questions asked. But getting involved with a shot Yakuza? That's asking for trouble. If they really wanted to save you, why didn't they drop you off at a hospital? Call an ambulance.
Huh.
But the chief wanted to keep it in-house. Right. So I think the chief must have had a reason to save you. A reason we still don't know. I guess he might. I think it relates to what Chairman Harashino was saying about you being there isn't just chance.
Yo.
You think there's more to the chief than we know? Well, every hobo has a secret or two he's hiding.
Hey.
If you got time before your Peking duck date, maybe talking with the chief would be a good idea. Oh, there's still quite a bit left of this chapter. Let's just make sure there's no side quests or anything. Nope, no part-time heroes or anything, so... let's just take a cab. No treasure hunt. No treasure hunt. Nothing. death then.
Chief.
Hmm?
My friend's got some questions about the day I was dumped in this town.
Yeah. I want to know why you didn't just abandon Ichiban, or dump him at a hospital. If you don't mind telling us, I'm sure we'd all appreciate it.
I see. Fine. And I'll tell you. It's as good a time as any.
What?
There's an old tradition in this homeless camp. A responsibility passed down through the chiefs for many years.
What responsibility?
On occasion, when we're asked, we dispose of bodies.
What? Bodies?
Yeah. There's a Yakuza family from Kamurocho who pays us to do it. They're called Arakawa.
Arakawa? Seriously? They, was this going on while they were still Tojo?
I don't know every detail, but yes. The arrangement existed at that time. It existed before I started living here. We've dealt with all kinds of bodies, whether they've been shot, stabbed, beaten, no matter how nasty. We dug holes and buried them under garbage. Who knows how many are there now? Back during the bubble, we got one every month. Or so I was told. Since I became chief, there's only been 3.
Damn. Arakawa the assassin.
But there's one more secret rule. It applies to anyone the Arakawa bring here alive.
Ah, secret within the secret. Great.
What happens if they bring someone alive?
We're supposed to give the person medical aid, then let them go free, while pretending they're dead.
What's up with that?
In the criminal underworld, there's always people wanting to fake their own death. Gamblers, guys on the run, anyone who's afraid someone will hurt them. They send people like that here, and we honor the secret agreement. I think it might actually be a service the Arakawa family provides, but obviously they don't advertise it. So it ended up being a very rare event.
Is that agreement why you saved me? This live body rule?
You got it.
What sort of guy dropped me off here?
I mean, probably just someone from the family. I had no reason to check or anything. The guy lugged you out of the trunk of a car. You were covered in blood. He paid me and left. Didn't say a single thing the whole time.
So Arakawa-san knew these guys would save my life? When he shot me in Kamurocho, was he planning to send me here all along?
I'm sorry, Ichi. You have to die. I'm counting on you, Ichi.
Huh? What the? After Arakawa-san shot me, I think he said something. I think it was, I'm counting on you, Ichi.
What would that even mean?
No clue. But the more I think about it, the more I'm sure he said that.
Look, Ichiban.
What?
I don't want to dash your hopes or anything. But when you were dumped here, you were on death's doorstep. You're only alive because everything I did went exactly the way we needed it to. But it could have easily gone a different way. I know you want to trust Arakawa, but...
I think Arakawa-san had to shoot me. All the other Yakuza at that meeting were watching him.
Huh?
Never mind. You don't get it. Forget I said anything.
So pretty much what we thought. Ichiban, it's about time to go to Haim Tower. You've got lunch plans with Chairman Hoshino, right? Check for more subquests and part-time heroes. Oh, we're good. Alright, we'll take a taxi as well, just so we're not running into fights and running there. Gonna speed things up, because I am tired and I want to end this, but I kinda want to finish the chapter, because this game is stupidly... Again, not addictive, but got its hooks in me.
Hmm?
500 yen. That almost covered the taxi fare. Okay, let's do... Ooh, sleigh.
I went ahead and got started.
You sure you don't mind treating me?
What? Are you actually able to pay?
Wish I could, but I don't think they'd take this.
You don't sound like you're gonna relax during this meal.
Depends on what you say. Hopefully I'll relax enough to enjoy the duck. So, how do you know Arakawa-san? I'm on the edge of my seat here.
It wasn't long after the war the counterfeit bills started being produced in Ijincho. It was top secret. Only the heads of the Seiryu clan and the Liumang, plus some officers, knew about it. Outside of that inner circle, they also had to hire people to smuggle the bills.
Smugglers?
And one of them was a traveling actor. His name was Toshio Arakawa. He was Masumi Arakawa's father.
What?
One day, he came to us saying he lost an entire suitcase filled with 100 mil in fake yen. No excuse in the world could have saved him. A mistake that grave required the Seiryu clan to make an example out of him for the other smugglers. But remember, only a few people at the top even knew about the counterfeiting. It wasn't a task they could hand to just anybody. So I, being next in line to inherit the clan, was entrusted to carry it out.
He was the one that shot him?
You actually...
Yes. I killed Toshio Arakawa, father of Masumi Arakawa. In this very place, 40 years ago.
Okay, I was just gonna comment that. That looks like the same room even.
But I had no idea who was in the room with my target. By the time I learned it was his 14-year-old son, it was too late. I had to go through with the hit, knowing this boy would see his father die. To make my guilt even worse, later I found out why Toshio lost the fake bills. His wife and her lover had stolen them.
Of course.
Those two fell into the ocean and disappeared. Their corpses were never even found.
So Arakawa-san lost both his parents, one after the other.
And his only other friends, the theater troupe, disbanded soon after without their leader. Masumi Arakawa became a drifter, along with a few other actors. They couldn't trust anyone, so what other path was there for them, except becoming Yakuza in Kamurocho?
So that's why Arakawa-san became a Yakuza. Hardly any choice. Hardly had any choice.
Arakawa joined a low-ranking family in the Tojo clan called the Hikawa family. Life wasn't easy for him there. They were the kind of family that took hits without thinking twice.
Really?
Yes. So they were always in need of ways to dispose of a body. Masumi Arakawa was tapped to help with that, and he was extremely cautious. To do it, he started coming all the way to the homeless camp in Ijincho.
Really? Even though the family was based in Tokyo? Why?
Well, truthfully, he wanted an excuse to come to Yokohama. Because it would afford him opportunities to hunt his father's killer.
I see. So Arakawa-san was using the homeless camp to dispose of bodies all the way back then.
Indeed. As for his hunt, he researched Yakuza and criminals every time he was here. All he started with was a single clue. His own childhood memory of the suspicious waiter he saw here that night. Eventually, 7 years after the murder, I received an invitation to come here. He signed his invitation Masumi Arakawa. It was a bold declaration, and I knew immediately the running would be futile. So I came here, alone. I didn't even bring a bodyguard.
Why the hell not?
Well, to put it simply, I was prepared to die.
But, I mean...
In this line of work, there are no good ways to die. And I can think of worse ways to go that would not give that boy the justice he'd earned. The memory of what I'd done to him never left me, you know. It was always like a small bone stuck in my throat. He was sitting right where you are now.
Here?
Yes. He didn't look a day over 20. But his eyes had that hard, flinty gaze of an old killer. I couldn't help myself. I told him everything. I told him why I killed Toshio Arakawa. I even told him about the secret counterfeiting. I figured I was dead anyway. He had a gun in his hand, and all he had to do was pull the trigger.
That's the bill.
But he never once interrupted me. When I'd finished, he slowly stood up. I stopped him as he turned to leave. Didn't you come here for revenge? I asked.
And? What did he say?
He said, if only you had ignored my invitation, then I could have shot you in the back. Then he left.
Boss.
In 1984, the 10,000 yen bill changed from the face of Prince Shotoku to Yukichi Fukuzawa. By that time, Arakawa had found his own Yakuza family, so I sent him a gift.
What was it?
A fresh batch of crisp, fake bills featuring Yukichi Fukuzawa. They were defective prints with nothing on the back. Not exactly legal tender.
Then how was that a gift?
It's hard to explain. If I had to say, it was out of gratitude.
Sure, but for what?
I should have died that day I met with Arakawa. It would have been right. And yet he spared me. Not only that, but he lifted a terrible weight from my chest. Furthermore, it's not an exaggeration to say the equilibrium among the Ijin Three continues to this day because of him.
Wow.
I owe him an unfathomable debt. And one day, I must pay it back. The defective bills were how I chose to communicate the sentiment.
I still don't get it.
The counterfeiting secret is Ijincho's weakness. And it was only thanks to Arakawa that the Ijin Three could continue to secretly wield that power. But of course, that means if he ever feels like it was a mistake to let me live, he can use the fake bills to unravel everything I've built. The gift wasn't the bills themselves.
It's the trust with them.
Leverage.
Yeah. Okay, I get it now.
I actually wrote something on the back to that effect. Neither justice nor mercy should tip the scale. It means that those in power must reward and punish where necessary. I felt it was an appropriate message. I suppose the writing is faded at this point.
Whoa. So that's the whole story.
Up till this moment. But now I'm sitting across from a man holding one of those fake bills. Which, of course, is a message from Arakawa that only I could understand. The message is, Masumi Arakawa sees you as a beloved family member.
Arakawa-san thinks of me as family.
He would not have placed that bill in your pocket lightly. Do you see its significance now? After everything I've told you? There is almost no doubt in my mind that Arakawa did not want you killed. So he didn't shoot you out of malice. He shot you so that you would be brought here, be saved by the homeless, and eventually meet up with me. Do you see? That's everything I can tell you.
That's plenty. Thank you, Chairman. I see it all now. I always kind of figured.
You did? Well, it's your move now. I've only told you what I know, so...
It's okay. That's enough. I trust you.
Well, I don't hear that often.
Yeah, neither do I. Not even from my friends. But those friends are trustworthy to me. And so are you. I believe everything you said. And my faith in Arakawa-san is coming back strong.
Kasuga.
Yeah?
Are you a blood relative of Arakawa's?
No. It's not like that.
I see. Well, he must have been happy to have such loyalty as yours. As proud as any father, I think.
Of course, they ended there. Are we 1 for 3? Did someone successfully have Peking duck and not die?
Nagatacho has been rocked by party chair Ogi Kubo's sudden retirement due to illness. Long a central figure in politics, Ogi Kubo was the Prime Minister's last ally in keeping Parliament together.
An election shall be held to reaffirm the will of the people. I look forward to a new Citizens Liberal Party and a new cabinet.
The Prime Minister made more shockwaves later that day. In the afternoon, he announced he would appoint Ryo Aoki to Ogi Kubo's now vacant post. Aoki will be the first sitting governor to also serve as the ruling party's chair. This bold move is sure to have ripple effects.
Hmm?
How are you feeling, former chairman?
Surely the governor of Tokyo can read. My sign says no visitors.
Oh, suddenly rules are important to you.
Naturally.
Shouldn't you concern yourself with the rules you've already broken? For example, counterfeiting. Your crimes put the entire national economy at risk.
Do you know how many lives were saved by what you call a crime? Hundreds. Any politician can say they built a road or passed a law, but how many can say they caught people who fell through the cracks? You think you're talented enough to do that in my stead?
Oh, I've got plenty of talents. I just use them very differently compared to you. For example, I managed to fit your downfall into my already very busy schedule.
A governor as the party chair. Nothing could be more ripe for corruption.
Oh. Everything I'm gonna do will be labeled scandalous by withered old men like you. But by next year, Japan will have a new standard, and it will have been written by me.
Spoken like a true amateur.
Amateur, huh? Let me ask you. Do you remember my first election 10 years ago? I asked you for the Citizens Liberal Party endorsement. You insulted me. Your exact words were, "Bleach Japan as a bunch of kids playing at politics." Your home district is Kanagawa's second. Isn't that right? I'm happy to tell you, Bleach Japan will be running a candidate there in the next election cycle, and he'll have the Citizens Liberal Party's ringing endorsement. So, how does it feel to have everything taken from you by a bunch of kids? Our candidate's victory in Kanagawa's District 2 is all but certain, so I've come up with a plan for taking out the trash in Ijincho. Of course, we'll probably lose half the population.
Are you calling the people of Ijincho trash?
I'm calling them disposable.
Pardon me?
What did you call them? People who fell through the cracks? Can't you see that's their own fault for becoming so dependent on the gray zones? They're responsible for maintaining their home, and they failed. That's what makes them disposable. But I must be going. As I said, I've got a busy schedule. Happy retirement, my former chick. I truly wish that for you. I hope you'll visit Ijincho after its beautiful new developments are complete. You'll hardly recognize it. And I can't wait to see the look on your face when you see it.
So, is your hideout?
Yep, go ahead. Make yourself at home.
I'd love to, but, where could I even do that?
Yes. The square footage of this place leaves something to be desired.
Well, excuse me. I'm hearing some pretty high standards for a couple of pad crashers.
We're not crashing it. Namba-san gave us permission.
Who the hell says no to Jungi Han when he has to stay the night? I mean, it's freaking Jungi Han.
Hey, where are the rest of your people now that Komijul HQ is gone?
They're fixing the surveillance system. It will take some time for it to be fully restored.
Well, I get why Jungi Han is staying here, since his place is a pile of ashes. But what's Zhao's excuse?
It's not like I could just keep living in Qingchen after stepping down from the Liumeng. Wouldn't have sent the right message. So, I've joined the ranks of the homeless.
Still doesn't explain why you need to stay here.
Maybe because information collects where people do. And this group does seem to be in the know.
We do? But we don't even know what happened to Bleach Japan. Did the police ever put a stop to all that craziness?
The police? Kasuga-kun, haven't you seen the news?
No, haven't had the time.
Well, Bleach Japan's reputation in Ijincho, hell all of Japan, is golden after the Komijul thing.
What?
Oh yeah, you wouldn't believe the headlines. Despite peril, brave Bleach Japan topples Komijul gang. Grassroots org achieves what police never could. Shit like that.
Wow, great journalism. No spin at all.
That's not even the worst of it. The reports say that Komijul committed arson during its fight with Bleach Japan. And in the blaze, Bleach Japan director Ogasawara perished.
He's dead?
Wait, what happened? He was definitely alive after the fire. That's when we interrogated him.
Yeah, then the Omi Alliance rescued him. Why would he be... Wait, did they?
Yes, they probably killed him. I had that thought right away. At least he died the way he wanted to, as a hero of the revolution.
That guy? A hero? Why'd they kill him?
Because he squawked like a bird when you interrogated him. Why wouldn't they off the guy? Now they're just milking his death for all it's worth. Honestly, it's a brilliant move, making it look like he died in the Komijul fire. No crime reports, cops and doctors wouldn't bat an eye. And Bleach Japan gets a nice, tragic death to go on about.
Damn. I wish we'd picked a fight with dumber enemies.
What can we do? Go to the police and explain how we abducted Ogasawara?
What would be the point? Half the force is on Mabuchi's payroll. No, they would just book our asses.
So Aoki has everyone marching along to his little tune. All in step.
Young master.
Okay, Bleach Japan's got us by the short hairs there. But what about the fact they were trespassing on Komijul property?
Well, they must have figured the public would think the ends justified the means. And they were right. The public thinks Bleach Japan is the hero of this story. The police will never prosecute them for trespassing.
At this rate, the Komijul and the Liumeng are going to be extinct in Ijincho. And people like you who give us shelter will be an endangered species. I wish I didn't have to say this, but I suggest you make other living arrangements.
I can't. I'm waiting for someone to contact me here.
Who?
Arakawa-san, he's about to go all in with his next gamble. When that happens, he'll need strong allies.
More than he's already got?
I can't say anymore. I'm sorry.
Mitsu.
I'll be in touch.
Well then. But isn't Masumi Arakawa the man who shot you?
The boss wasn't trying to kill me. He shot me so I could live.
Sorry, but don't you think that's still kinda fucked up.
It's a long story. Buy me a beer sometime and I'll tell you all about it. But right now, while we've got you on the team, we need to get shit done. Now, we need to stock up on money and supplies because nobody knows what the hell will happen next.
That's for sure.
Zhao's joined the party? What? This will be interesting. With the fall of the Great Wall of Muscle and Yokohama's rising crime rate, the city's villains grow even more powerful. Be on the lookout as you may encounter formidable, never-before-seen foes. Battle tips. Zhao's know-how. Zhao's rather demanding experience as the leader of the Yokohama Lumang has toughened him up against bleeding, fear, rage, and silence. Prepare for the assault. Well, I mean, I guess we gotta put Zhao in so we can level up his bond. That he can at least stay in the same level-ish when he's not in the group. Gangster. Chinese saber. One-handed sword traditionally used in China. Custom saber. A saber redesigned for swordplay in a modern age. Expert's helmet. Good. Underground. I don't think we've got another tactical vests. We should probably get one for him. Survival boots, I think. Yeah, so we just need another vest for him. Do we have any job XP increase things? Worldly cigar. Cigar said to have been smoked by a great man just before his execution. Boost the amount of job XP that can be attained from enemies. Yep. Okay, so what do you got? You got good attack, low defense, low magic, low healing, low agility, low dexterity. Oh, we have that black belt, right? Oh, that's being equipped. I'll try to remember I don't have anything equipped, because we'll have to see if he... Well, he doesn't seem to have high magic, so he's probably more of an attacker, but... We'll have to see. Okay, so what do we got here? We've got... a couple of part-time heroes. And that looks to be it, actually. Huh. Okay, interesting. I was expecting some side quests, actually. Have another quick look. Yeah, I don't see any side stories, so... Interesting. I guess next time we'll do a couple part-time stuff, and then... story. That's good. I guess we're keeping up with the side quests and stuff like that. So now we just have a couple of new ones, and then it's not such a big deal. We don't have like 10 to do at once that are like 2 hours each. So that is cool. Okay, guys, that is the end of the stream. We went on a bit longer than I was expecting, but that's all right. We got some answers, or some questions answered, which is great. So I'm happy about that. Before I head off, I just want to remind you guys that because next week is Christmas, and I got the week after that off as well, my streaming schedule is going to be not consistent, and it won't be what it normally is. I will be missing some streams likely. I will be streaming earlier and longer probably, and all kinds of stuff. So in about 3 weeks' time or so, we should be back to our regular schedule. But until then, it's going to be a bit of a gong show. So just to give you guys a heads up. All right, guys. Thank you so much for playing with me. I appreciate it. And I will see you next time.